Whoonga is a street drug that has allegedly come into widespread use in South Africa since 2010, mostly in the impoverished townships of Durban, although it is claimed to be appearing in other places in South Africa as well. The drug is said to contain HIV antiretroviral drugs, but analysis of samples shows no such content, and police have remarked that dealers are known to add all sorts of stuff to a drug to bulk it out. In 2014, Vice magazine correspondent Hamilton Morris did a piece on this, titled Getting High on HIV Medication. Contested claims of antiretroviral content. Whoonga is famous for allegedly containing antiretroviral drugs prescribed for HIV, but its exact ingredients are disputed, and it has been argued that the claim that the drug contains AIDS medication is simply an urban legend. One version of the claim is that Whoonga contains classic psychoactive drugs such as cannabis, methamphetamine or heroin potentiated by interactions with the antiretroviral ritonavir. Another is that the drug contains efavirenz, which supposedly has psychoactive side effects. AIDS experts point out that the ingredients of the antiretroviral drugs are unlikely to cause the Whoonga high, and users may be fooling themselves in that regard. A laboratory analysis of samples of Whoonga failed to detect any antiretroviral drugs in its makeup, and a medical scientist who has analyzed the contents of the drug has concluded that it does not contain AIDS antiretroviral medication. According to some experts of the South African Police Service and drug rehabilitation centers, Whoonga is essentially just a rebranding of older heroin-based drugs. A member of the police's organized crime unit has said that drug dealers add all sorts of stuff to the heroin, the primary ingredient, just to increase the mass of the drug when it's sold and make the heroin go further. A lot of the stuff has no effect and users have no idea what's going in. The antiretroviral drugs allegedly used to make Whoonga are part of those distributed in the area to patients with HIV, being on government treatment projects. The claimed major source of the antiretrovirals appears to be robbery from HIV patients, with media reports claiming that patients are being mugged for their pills as they leave the clinics where they obtain them. Reports also claim that some patients sell their HIV medications and that some corrupt health workers may be selling the antiretrovirals illegally into the Whoonga market. A Harvard School of Public Health researcher has expressed concern that people with HIV who smoke Whoonga may develop mutant strains of the HIV virus which are resistant to the medication. HIV drug resistance is growing due to recreational use of HIV drugs efavirenz and ritonavir, rendering them ineffective not only for users but non-users as well, with one study showing that 3% to 5% of people with HIV in areas where Whoonga was used were showing pre-treatment resistance to antiretroviral drugs used to treat HIV. Dr. David Gralotti suggests that street use of AIDS antiretroviral medication efavirenz could exploit the HIV drug's well-known tendency to cause especially vivid and colorful dreams and other central nervous system effects. Hypothetically, that could enhance the effects of marijuana, methamphetamine, heroin and other illicit drugs. Also, the other drug ritonavir is thought to enhance or prolong the effects of some street drugs, such as MDMA or ecstasy. Access: the cost of the drug is reported to be about 20 rand per straw. Reports indicate that a Whoonga addict needs several doses a day, however, and users are typically too poor to afford the drug out of their legal income. Addicts therefore turn to crime to raise the money for their supply. There are reports that claim Whoonga addicts attempt to become HIV positive, since antiretrovirals are distributed to HIV patients free of charge by the Department of Health. According to a report in the Sowetan, the organization Whoonga Free, founded to battle addiction to the drug, collapsed for lack of funding in March 2011. As of February 28, 2013, the South African Department of Justice and Constitutional Development has been in the process of amending the Drugs and Drug Trafficking Act 140 of 1992 so that the possession and trafficking of the drug is made illegal. Notes: AB now to be officially classified. Sowetan Live, February 28, 2013. Retrieved April 11, 2013. Hamilton Morris. Getting High on HIV Medication. Vice Magazine. Retrieved March 18, 2015. ABCD Richard Knox, Dangers of Whoonga Abuse of AIDS Drugs Stokes Resistance. National Public Radio, December 18, 2012, Ronald Ramsamy, Deadly Gamble. Zululand Observer, 2010, A.B. Donna Bryson, AIDS drugs stolen in South Africa for Whoonga. Associated Press, November 28, 2010, A.B. Rat poison and heroin, Samora Chapman, Mahala, 2013, ABC New Drugs Sweeping South Africa Al Jazeera English Report, Yanda MDLULI, Brandon Ward and Daniel Whitehorn, Whoonga drug spreads rapidly. Website of the Sunday Tribune on June 21, 2010, ABCD Masood Bourgard, Whoonga Whammy. Independent Online, November 28, 2010, Slindal Malalika, Dagger Muffins back at schools. Independent Online, November 8, 2010, Quadabka, Heroin's Handmaiden. Dispatches, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, July 28, 2011, Bryson, Donna. Whoonga drug, a new twist in Africa's AIDS war. Associated Press. Retrieved November 22, 2010. Subhashi Naidu, 2 pulls and I was hooked. Addicts mug patients for ARVs. Times Live, November 28, 2010, http, www.voguezy.com, Corrine Lau, Whoonga battle lost. The Sowetan, April 12, 2011. References. New drugs sweeping South Africa Al Jazeera English Report, Yanda MDLULI, Brandon Ward and Daniel Whitehorn, Whoonga drug spreads rapidly. Website of the Sunday Tribune on June 21, 2010, Donna Bryson, AIDS drugs stolen in South Africa for Whoonga. Associated Press, November 28, 2010, Masood Bourgard, Whoonga Whammy. Independent Online, November 28, 2010, Anders Kelto, Heroin's Handmaiden. Dispatches, on CBC Radio 1, February 24, 2011, Samora Chapman, RAT poison and heroin, Mahala, September 18, 2013. External links, Project Whoonga.